Good afternoon, everyone. This is Matt over at MilestoneCapitalGrowthPortfolio.com. Today is Thursday, December 3rd. All right. As we knew, this is coming, and it came. It started pretty violently, and we love it. Absolutely perfect position for this outstanding move. So the first gap is 205.71. That was taken out perfectly. Next support is going to be right here. Lower Bollinger Band 203.72, and you have the 50-day sitting there also. We did break the 200 today on the daily and the middle Bollinger Band and the long distance trend line. This could get very, very ugly, folks. Our next target is going to be the 194.84. We'll have to see what happens, but breaking uh, three major areas today on good volume. So, we have jobs tomorrow and OPEC tomorrow, so we'll have to see what happens with that. It could be very interesting, but as you can see here, the S&P has shattered some key areas of support, and it does not look good. If it takes out that 50, it could get very vicious and probably see something like this take place. But we'll have to see what happens. We could get a nice little bounce up to the middle Bollinger Band or this trend line tomorrow after we open right around 203.72, or we'll just go there. But it's pretty much a broken chart right now, and we're about to make some serious moves. So congratulations if you're positioned for that. If you're not positioned for that on many different tickers, and especially if you're trading options, make sure you join us every day in the live chat room. We put out spreadsheets and everything else that work out just fantastic. All right, let's take a look at the weekly real quick also, because I want to show you some support. There's going to be two areas of support now at this 203.72 area. You have the middle Bollinger Band for the long distance. So that's something else you have to really keep an eye on. And if you notice right here, you did regain your trend line. Just barely, actually you did, it was under it. And you can see Stowe's getting ready to cross over for the weekly. I do see these two targets coming in. We're going to come from up here to down here. We hit this trend line right here, which was absolutely perfect, and then it started rolling over. So depending on how we finish the week tomorrow, it could be a very tough close if we close under 203.13, and that would set the stage for another 2 weeks of hardcore selling, or at least a week, and maybe get a candle like this one, and then this one to follow before it starts to push back up to the upside. And we have this all planned out. We've had this all planned out since March. Actually, we've been waiting for this, and it is here. So you know what our portfolios are looking like. Absolutely fantastic. All right, INDU, beautiful here at lower Bollinger Band. Same situation coming into play. You do have a gap right here, and you do have a support trend line down here, a little under, right about 17 will be support for this one for now. Your short-term trend line was broken. We'll take these two candles right here. It did crack the 200-day moving average also, but it's coming in for some support here at the lower Bollinger Band and the 50 also, and the 100's a little lower, but you can see Stowe's just getting ready to turn, and your relative strength index is only at 45. So VIX had a powerful day today. We'll look at that one next, but we'll look at the weekly on this one also. You could see a similar situation going on here where you broke the 50, but you do have the 100 and the middle Bollinger Band right here, along with some longer term trend support, kind of support. Let's get rid of this one. But you're just getting ready to cross on your weekly. You're just turning down 51. Looks like we're going to get a few candles here. If this is the case, it looks like we can come down to lower Bollinger Band, which is going to be about 16. If it gets that low, we'll have to see what happens. You have these candles here that are going to be first support. Then if you want to work off the bodies of these candles, that would be another way of doing this. So, 17 is pretty much a support area for now, unless they pound right through it, which, typically when you break these patterns, that's what happens on your daily. You start rotating out from the daily, weekly, monthly, and then you just get the smaller bounces to the upside. That really don't mean anything. But it's time to extend these Bollinger Bands. They've been pretty tight for quite some time, and once we get them moving, that'll be fantastic. All right, VIX, real quick here. VIX just rocketed today. All right, hit the 100 on and the excuse me, 100 in the 50 right here, which acted as resistance. It's back underneath the trend line for the daily, but you can see it just getting ready to cross here, and the volume was just epic. So, this is starting to brew. We do have some upside gaps that we're taking a look at: 23.93, 26.74, 28.70, and also 33.25 as a top target if it ever gets there. But 38.20, 33.20. 3 is an awesome target if we can get there. And you can see here on the weekly, it has made some moves and it's just getting ready to break this middle Bollinger Band. And once we do that, it's going to get fun. You can see everything starting to turn up to the upside, and now that it found some beautiful support here, can't regained this here and then started rocking to the upside. So all we need is a little kick in the gut tomorrow to snap these trend lines, and this thing is going to come all the way up to 28.70, potentially spike to the 33 to get that gap up there. So we'll have to see what happens with that. All right, this is Matt over MilestoneCapitalGrowthPortfolio.com. If you're not a member, become a member, because that portfolio for options that we do every single December, we do two of them the first 3 weeks, and then we go into January. And the first one's up in 2 days, a little over about 1,400, 1,700% on 12 or 15 tickers, something like that. So if you're not a member, make sure you join. Good times. Have yourself a great night, everyone.